Hey guys, in today's video, I wanted to share with you how I camp all year round last year for less than $100 a year. Unlimited electricity, water, free sewer dumps. I got to travel wherever I wanted, living the dream. This video is for you if you're looking for a way to travel very cheaply or rent-free. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Tiffany. I've been traveling solo for over 7 years now. The last 15 months, I have traveled full-time in my van across US, Canada, and Mexico. I've learned a lot the last 3 years of traveling in a motorhome, and I look forward to sharing with you today. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is free camping. You may have heard boondocking, dry camping, dispersed camping. It all means the same. Free camping. In western states like California, Arizona, they have what's called BLM land. It stands for Bureau of Land Management and National Forest land. You can drive down the road of nearly all public BLM and National Forest land, choose a site, and camp for free. It's that easy. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. I spent 5 weeks camping in the National Forest last year, 2 weeks in Arizona, 2 weeks in Colorado, and 1 week in Montana. I also spent 2 weeks on BLM land. 1 week was in Arizona and the other week was in California. How long can you stay on BLM land? 14 to 16 days with a 28 consecutive day period, and you can move to a different location outside of a 25-mile radius of the previous location. The national forest that I stayed in Montana allowed you to stay for up to 16 days. So you want to check BLM website and the National Forest website because each state varies. So if you're wanting more information, I provided links in the description box of this video. And there are rules, so you definitely want to check that out. That information can be found through the link. What I love about BLM land and National Forest land, besides it being free, is that you're not stacked on top of your neighbors. You have a lot of space to spread out, and you're in nature. I've had elk come into my camp, deer, a peacock. I have not seen peacocks in years, so that was nice to see. So let me point this out. You are living completely off the grid, so you don't have running water, electricity, or dump stations, so you're relying on whatever energy that your motorhome can provide. I have solar on my roof that keeps my batteries topped off, but if it's a cloudy day, I can power up the generator and it charges everything within the motorhome. So if you plan on staying for a while, you want to make sure that you fill up your freshwater tank and dump your gray and black tank before you set up camp. I'm able to dry camp for 2 weeks before I have to fill up my 21-gallon freshwater tank and dump my gray and black tank, which there are 12 and I believe 15-gallon tanks. You learn quickly how not to waste water when you're washing dishes or taking a military bath that I like to call a bucket bath, where you take a 1-gallon bucket, fill it up with water. That's what you use to wash your whole body, and then you take another gallon of water and you rinse your body. But if you do run out of water, usually a gas station where you can fill up on your water and also dump your tanks. So for some of the big truck stops like Love's, they have dump stations and freshwater stations. Some visitor centers have freshwater station and some have dump stations. I camped in Colorado and one of the visitor centers there had a dump station and a freshwater station, which was really nice. So I was able to dump and refill my tanks. So as far as the trash go, I dump my trash at rest stops if I see one of the large dumpsters out there. I've also dumped my trash at gas stations if they have a large dumpster as well. And you guys will hear me mention Love's a lot because I love Love's. They have the best showers. So whenever I am dry camping, sometimes I just go to Love's and take a nice long hot showers. Love's typically charge around $12 to $13 depending on what state you're in. Is worth the $13. And that's where I usually go to wash my hair. If I'm dry camping, I don't wash it in the van, so that works out for me because I can stay in and do my 10-step process of cleaning and styling my hair and don't have to worry about the water running out. So yeah, I love Love's. After a week of bucket baths, you definitely want to taking a nice long hot shower if you're not leaving your dry camping spot to go to the campgrounds where you can use the water there. for a nice hot shower. Checking my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, and I will mention a few other free camping spots later in the video when I talk to you guys about apps. So if you guys know of any other ways of camping for free, please leave a comment below and share with the rest of the fam. That covers the free camping, other than what I share with you guys later in the video. And I want to talk to you about LTVA. It stands for Long-Term Visitor Area, which is long-term camping on public lands, BLM lands. In this video, a friend is driving me through an LTVA in Arizona so I can see what one looks like, since I've never stayed at one. On the LTVA, the access roads are usually developed and have facilities like dump stations, trash services, and vaulted toilets nearby. You do need a special permit to stay in these areas, and you can stay up to 7 months from mid-September to mid-April for around $180. They do offer a short visit permit. It's $40 for 14 consecutive days, and an overnight stay is around $15. I have friends that are in LTVAs and they love it. And I thought about joining them last year at one of the LTVAs, but I decided to spend my winter in Southern California. So maybe this year I join them at a LTVA. Okay, so before I get into campgrounds, I wanted to talk to you guys about apps. My favorite app, and it's the main one that I use, is All Stays RV and Camp. This is not a free app. It does cost $9.99 for this app. It's only available on iOS devices, so I will share two other apps if you have an Android device, and you can check those out to see what works for you. I use the All Stay app for just about everything. It's my first choice when looking for overnight parking and like Cracker Barrels, Cabela's. I've stayed at Cabela's a few times, and it's my preferred spot for overnight camping. This app also lists Walmart's, big truck stops, again like Love's, Flying J, Pilot, Sporting Goods, rest stops, dump stations, visitor centers, you name it, it's on this app, and I think it's worth the money. I am going to list, and also those are great places if you're looking for somewhere to park for a few hours, take a break during your drive. Those are all great places to just pull over and park. And that's another thing that I do like about the apps and what's listed on there. Most of the locations is right off the highway. I like that for a safety reason, because if I don't feel safe, I can just hit the highway and move to another location. The other app that I use is Google. I rely heavily on Google. I use Google to plan and map out all my trips. I'm old school. I still write everything down. So I keep track of all the places that I explore, the campgrounds that I stayed at, even the campgrounds that I was thinking about staying at, tire shops, grocery stores, even highway exit signs. If there's anything of interest in that area that I wanted to go back and visit, I keep track of it as well. And then Google also calculates the distance, so I know how many miles I have to drive and how many hours that I'm going to be on the road. I love Google. And someone asked me in the comments, speaking of Google, like I said, I use Google pretty much for everything when planning my trips. I also use Road Atlas. I have this one here from 2017, and then I have this one from 2019. And then this is my newest one, 2020. So I usually pick up a new Road Atlas every year. I love Google, but there have been a few times that left me out in the middle of nowhere on a dead-end road and said, "You have arrived." And I'm like, okay, Google, there's no road here, so how did I arrive? I do love using my Road Atlas and maps as well for navigating and planning out my routes. If you have an Android device, here are a few apps that you may want to check out and see what works best for you. We have Park Advisor, RV Parky, iOverlander, Campendium have an app and a website. And so those are just to name a few to help you get started if you're looking for apps. So how did I camp for less than $1,200 a year last year? Memberships, camping memberships. I understand not everyone wants to live off grid. For those of us that like unlimited electricity, water, and free dump stations, purchasing a campground membership is a great way to go. But if you have the money to make it rain and you can pay full price for camping, campground memberships may not be for you. But for those of us budget and like to live frugal, memberships can be a great way to save you money if you use them, and depending on which ones you buy. I could live off grid in my van 365 days out of the year, but I do like being connected. I enjoy electricity, not having to worry about burning out my batteries. So if you guys saw my unexpected expense video, I burnt out a set of batteries when I was in Montana dry camping with friends. My refrigerator runs off of batteries only. I have 3 batteries in my van, 1 underneath the hood, and then I have 2 underneath the van. The 2 underneath the van, that's what my refrigerator runs off of. So when I'm in a campground and I'm plugged up to electricity, it keeps those batteries charged. And then as well as when I'm driving, it charges the batteries. I can charge them off the generator, but generator charge is nowhere in comparison to being plugged into shore power or driving the van to charge up those batteries. So for me, dry camping, I do worry about my batteries on a cloudy day because I'm not getting enough sun. And you're in the National Forest in an area that is so quiet, you don't want to run that generator. And that's what happened to me in Montana. We were in the forest. It was quiet, just a small group of us. And I didn't want to run the generator and end up frying my battery. So in a campground, I don't have to worry about those things. As far as my stove, it runs off of propane, so I don't have to worry about electricity, batteries, or any of that. My furnace, my hot water heater, I can heat it up off the propane, which it burns right through my propane, and I will have to fill up more often. And then my heater runs off of electricity. And so again, in the campground, those are things that I don't have to worry about. There are campgrounds out there that offer annual sites and memberships as low as $500 to $5,000 a year. $5,000 may seem like a lot of money, but when you look at it at a monthly cost, it's only around $415 a month. I don't think you can purchase a 1-bedroom apartment for that cheap, or can you? Comment below if you live in a state where you can get a nice 1-bedroom apartment for $400 or less. Some of the popular memberships out there is Passport America, Good Sam, KOA, and THOUSANDTRAILS. They all offer membership or camping discounts. I have a THOUSANDTRAILS membership and it has worked great for me. I spent 211 days in a THOUSANDTRAILS park last year. I do plan on revisiting some of the perks from Passport America and Good Sam's to see if it can save me a few bucks as I make my trip out east this year. I also have a RPI membership. It stands for Resort Park International. It is affiliate membership. It came free when I upgraded my membership with THOUSANDTRAILS. So for that first year, I did not have to pay for it. The renewal on that membership, I believe it's $160. I can camp in any of their resorts as low as $15 a night. What I do love about the RPI campgrounds, it fills in the gap between the THOUSANDTRAIL parks. So if I'm wanting to hop from park to park and not drive more than 3 to 4 hours between parks, I book at RPI resorts. So THOUSANDTRAILS have many memberships to choose from. In this video, I'm only going to talk about the ones that I have. And if you're wanting more information, please feel free to give customer service a call at 1-877-730-5935 for more information. They don't post this information online that I'm about to share with you today. I have access to it from when I upgrade from the basic pass to the pass that I currently have now. I received most of the information in my welcome package, and the rest I received from my sales rep right before I made the upgrade. On the website, you can find information about the basic camping pass, the Trails collection, but not for the elite or the new adventure pass that has a introductory rate of $10,000. Yeah. It's only been out for about 4 to 6 weeks, and from what the rep told me, that the price is going to increase. They can keep that pass. Moving on. When I purchased my first motorhome, I purchased the Thousand Trail membership then. For the first 2 years, I had the basic camping pass and it worked great. Before I went full time, I upgraded to the Elite Basic Pass. The prices for the basic pass, it has increased. As of today, the price is $619. They have a $150 off discount code on the website. So that makes the price what? $475. When I purchased 3 years ago, I purchased mine at $300. It is camping season, so that could be the reason why the increase in the pass. So you have the basic camping pass, the Elite Basic, Elite Connections, and the Adventure Pass. The Trails Collection, that pass is $315. It gives you an additional 100 parks. In the RPI, it is an affiliate membership, and I'm not sure what the rate is. I just know the renewal rate is $160. I had it free for the first year. Both the basic and Elite Pass allows you to camp all year round, 12 months with no nightly fees. So you can pay one low price for the basic camping pass. They do offer monthly payment options. So if you did purchase the basic pass and did the monthly payment options, it would run you around $52 a month for that pass. Both camping pass, they give you day use to the campgrounds as well as overnight camping. I upgraded to the Elite Basic for the benefits. I wanted to be able to plan ahead, have reservation books months in advance, and to be able to stay longer at the campgrounds. The Basic Pass have a 60-day booking window. You can only stay up to 14 consecutive days with that membership. You can't hop from park to park, and there's other limits, restrictions with that pass that you can find on the website. So with my Elite Basic Pass, I'm able to stay in a park up to 21 days, which is 3 weeks, with the option of purchasing an additional week for $29, max of 28 days in a park. And I can hop from park to park. And it also allows me to book my reservations 120 days in advance, so 4 months in advance. And that was important to me as a planner and as my first year full-time on the road. I needed to know that I had a place to stay months in advance, where I was staying, and how long I was able to stay there. And booking in advance allows me plenty of time to plan my activities around the campground. And then if I needed to book reservations somewhere else, I had that time to do so. One of the problems I did have with the basic camping pass was during peak season. It was impossible to get a reservation for a week or 2 weeks in some of the popular areas, which is where I wanted to visit. That was another reason why I upgraded to the Elite Basic membership, because I had that broader window to make those reservations. So now that I've been on the road for a while and have traveled all over the West Coast, I've loosened up a bit, and there's a few campgrounds I like to stay at outside of the Thousand Trails parks, and I've budgeted those into my expense if I need to stay somewhere 1 or 2 nights. With the other Thousand Trail memberships, there are more benefits. They do cost more. For what I have, it worked for me, and I spent over 211 days in a Thousand Trails park. So I just want to go over the benefits that my membership offers, and you can't find this information on the website. If you call customer service, they should be able to email it to you so that you have this information available as you're comparing other memberships, or you can copy this information that I have for you here. Here are the benefits to my membership, and it is a lifetime membership. So you have unlimited nights of free camping, 120 days advance booking, camping at all Thousand Trail campgrounds, camp for 21 consecutive days, and hop from park to park. Options to purchase an additional week for $29, 20% discount at RVOnTheGo.com, 50% off on cabins, and 5 free weekly cabin rental rebate certificates, and then affiliate benefits. That's that 1 year free RPI membership, annual dues, and lifetime membership. When I upgraded my membership from the basic camping pass to Elite Basic, it cost me around $5,000. I pay half up front because I have, and that was a personal choice, I have a budget that I like to stay within, and that fit my budget. So with me paying half of my membership up front, I pay $75 a month for the Elite Basic membership, and I pay $300 a year for dues, and I spent 211 days in a Thousand Trails park. I'm getting my money's worth. Would you guys be interested in me doing reviews of the Thousand Trail campgrounds? And if so, what would you like for me to cover in those reviews? Comment below, please. I'm almost done. Are you guys still with me? Thumbs up this video if you're still with me. I know you guys are. You're the best. Thank you so much. Thousand Trails also allows you to purchase old membership. People sell their memberships for many reasons. It could be age, it could be health, or no family to will it to. This is a lifetime membership. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would do a quick Google search to see what information you can find out. All right, so before I wrap up today's video, I want to mention a few of the places that I get that won't break the bank. I stayed at a few state parks. Camping is very affordable depending on what state you're in and what amenities are available. I've stayed in state parks as low as $12 a night up to $67 a night. So $12 was just basic camping. That's $67. I had beachfront camping. That was a Christmas gift from me to me. So we have state parks, Corps of Engineer campgrounds, casinos. There are many casinos out there that will allow you to stay in their parking lot overnight, some 2 to 3 days. So whenever you're planning your next trip, check to see if there's a casino on your route. Give them a call to see if they do allow overnight camping, and then add that to your list of places to stay. And I've also camped in friends' driveways. That's one of the things that I love about my van is I can park it just about anywhere. I have a few friends. They're always on my route. I can give them a call and say, hey, can I camp in your driveway? Which most of the time I usually end up staying in the house, but I do have that option, which is really nice. Make lots of friends because nothing wrong with sleeping in the driveway. Saves you money. Okay, so that wraps up today's video. I hope you learned a lot to help you prepare for your travel journey. I appreciate each of you for tuning in. Check the link in the description box if you're wanting more information. And then I also have a link for you guys available for my stickers. So yeah, I appreciate you in advance for your support. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.